MOZA is currently delivering one highlight after another. They recently surprised everyone with the launch of the CRP2 pedals, the M-Booster Active pedal, and the prototype of the Porsche Mission R wheel. This year's involvement in the Super Trofeo Esports was the first step towards a collaboration with Italian sports car manufacturer Lamborghini, and now the next high-end licensed product is here: the Essenza SCV12 simracing steering wheel. It is by far MOZA's most expensive wheel to date, and their claim to be close to the original by creating a simracing enhanced replica leads to some compromises. So much that we were disappointed in some areas. Let's see why. That's the way supercars are. They don't have to have all the modern features on board, nor do they have to set the fastest lap times everywhere. They have to be emotional, exude exclusivity and quality, appeal to something in us with their design, and of course, be luxury products. All of this applies to the MOZA Essenza SCV12 wheel, but are there any sim racers out there who really appreciate such things? This question is addressed directly to you. The hexagonal packaging and the opening of the box, which is reminiscent of the scissor doors on Lamborghinis, left us quite impressed when we unpacked it. The $1,300 wheel sets new standards for MOZA in terms of looks and material quality, but most of all, it is a clear statement that MOZA is not only making high-end wheels, but also working with prestigious brands. We are looking at a modern motorsports formula-style shape with 310mm diameter, CNC machined aluminum, the same suede leather used in real Lamborghinis, a carbon fiber faceplate, and a 4.3-inch touchscreen that also comes with true to original user interfaces. The car to which this steering wheel belongs is a 2020 model, limited to 40 units and designed as a hyper-track tool for private individuals. In racing games it can currently be found in Forza and a few mobile games. In sim racing it can only be driven with mods. Let's move on to the buttons, which are of course arranged and labeled according to the car they come from. You can't really blame MOZA for that, but if you're going to spend that kind of money on a sim racing wheel, there are other options that offer a lot more functionality and features. When asked, MOZA said that they would offer alternative decals if there was an increased demand from buyers, because clutch wiper, mode and page for the 4 rotary encoders, each of them has 12 positions, are definitely not the first choice for most of us. These are joined by a total of 8 buttons on the front and 4 thumb encoders. The pressure points and rotation of the leather of the thumb encoders did not make a good impression. They were far too nervous and simply not easy to use. According to MOZA, this will be improved in the mass production versions. We are used to magnetic versions of MOZA's shift pedals. This wheel, of all wheels, does not have them. We asked about this as well. The reason for this is the vision of designing the steering wheel as a replica, and the shifting feel should be as close as possible to the real car. It's a shame I don't have my Essenza here to test this at the moment, but MOZA said the pedal shifters on the Lamborghini Essenza wheel use a toggle switch, not magnetic shifters. To stay true to the original design, we've kept this mechanism instead of using the magnetic shifters found on other MOZA wheels. However, I have to say that I personally wasn't too bothered by the gear change feel. But of course, in a competitive environment, precision and speed are what counts. What counts for us is your support. If you enjoy our videos, every single like helps, and of course if you subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell, a big thank you. What's missing, for example? There are no top pedals or dual clutch pedals. Also, 7-way switches or joysticks like on each side are standard for MOZA and steering wheels in this price range. They are really essentiale for controlling menus or in-game multifunction displays. What we can say positively, using the RJ port on the underside and the MOZA Universal Hub kit, the wheel can also be used with wheelbases from other ecosystems and thus connected to the PC independently. Otherwise, the Essenza wheel is of course compatible with all other MOZA PC wheelbases via the familiar quick release. It would be somewhat advisable to combine the wheel with at least an R9 wheelbase, as it is not a lightweight wheel and more Newton meter are required to simulate a high quality feel and heaviness. Of course, it would also work with an R3, but this also looks kind of funny. A few inconsistencies in the software are not so funny when you consider the price. As usual, MOZA Pithouse is a well-organized application that brings together all the devices, settings and updates. This is also the case with the Essenza. As with the Vision GS steering wheel, we have the option of customizing the screen designs and inputting telemetry if the simulator is provided. This is more for advanced users, of course, but if you have a little patience, you can also wait for the community to share new designs or for MOZA to add a few more variants. So far, so nice. But what I regret and where the attention to detail is lacking is shown by an example. The wheel displays the tire pressure in bar. However, Assetto Corsa Competizione and other sims display the value in raw PSI. A totally wrong formula is stored in the data field, so the value on the display that you can see standard has nothing to do with the reality. As everything is customizable, this can be quickly remedied with a corrected formula or by changing the label into PSI and also adjusting the field a little bit. But yeah, you need to know where to find it and what to do. Presets for different units and simulations would be desirable here and make it easier for the user. The same goes for setting the shift lights for the rev LEDs. Other companies and one-man projects like SimHub go to great lengths to store automatic profiles for each individual car, for example for iRacing and ACC, so that the LEDs fit one-to-one with the car you are driving. If you're in this price range now, MOZA has to step up or even be a pioneer in this area. Apart from that, the steering wheel is great fun to drive and looks really good. From an ergonomic point of view, it also fits well in the hand and also how the buttons are located. Yeah, it's just a good racing wheel in that sense. Of course, lighter wheels move more easily. This though has a bit more weight, which some people even like or prefer even. The 8 buttons are well defined, but also have a slightly longer travel than other MOZA wheels. However, there are no backlit or LED elements to enhance the steering wheel's functionality even further, due to the replica approach. The Essenza also sticks out a lot more, like from the placement factor, which is in worst case ruining your whole seating and pedal position if you own other MOZA wheels and constantly switch between them. I really don't want to put the wheel down, and I understand that MOZA probably wanted to make exactly this wheel and offer a replica for Lamborghini enthusiasts. It's very purist in that sense, and a few years ago we would have been astonished to see a sim racing wheel like this. But we wanted to show that it's not going to be perfect for everyone and that MOZA needs to continue to live up to the reputation that they've built. I think the licensed wheels make more sense if their functions are closer to the user, closer to the sim racer, and then maybe differ from the real wheel in some points. What do you think? Is the Essenza wheel interesting for you? How much did you spend on your wheel, or are you willing to spend, and what do you think are better alternatives? Let us know in the comments. The MOZA Essenza SCV12 sim racing steering wheel gets a 6 out of 10 score from us, with a tendency towards a 7 out of 10 if MOZA continue to optimize the software and the thumb encoders in the production version are really much better. Click here to watch our review of Asetek's new flagship, which is in a similar price range. We'd love to see you check it out. See you next time.